Hey, how we doing? I'm live. All right, so it has been about I don't know, a week, a little over a week, probably a week and a half since I stopped my 14-day water fast, and I just wanted to give some updates, really some medical updates. So I ended my fast on February the 28th, 2018, and started to refeed on the 19th. So that went okay. It kind of concerned me a little bit when I started to refeed. I was refeeding on papaya, yogurt, fermented cabbage, things like that to try to rebuild my gut, beef bone broth, chicken bone broth, and I felt like that was okay, but my blood sugars did go up a little bit for a couple days there. And then they started to come back down. When they started to go up, they didn't get over 200. So I was very happy with that. I guess my mindset was if they start to get over 200 and stay over 200, then I'll have concern. But I've been eating a very, very low carb, high fat diet and drinking a lot of water. And last week I went to Canada, to Toronto for work, and wanted to get some tests done before I left to make sure that I was okay and didn't need to have any precautions while I was gone. So one of the things I had the doctor test out were my electrolytes. When I went to the doctor for the first time after the fast, he was amazed. My total weight loss at the time was about 25 pounds. So that was pretty awesome. But the unfortunate part was I had started to put some of the weight back on. So that's okay. That weight was water weight. I expected that. I've talked about that before in previous videos. So I did put some of the weight on. So I technically ended the fast about 252, and that was down from 275. So I put on about 5 or 6 pounds, and now I've already lost about 3 or 4 of those pounds. So back down to around 253, 254. So I have been going to the gym and working out. But anyway, so the results from the doctor, let me get back to that. So my electrolytes were good. My sodium was 139. That's right there in the mid-range. Potassium was 4.6. Chloride was 105. CO2 was 26. Calcium was 8.8. And my glucose, again, like I said, at the time was a little bit high, so 163. So other than that, he said, go ahead and go. You don't have any reasons to be concerned about your electrolytes. They have stabilized, is what he says. No reason to take any salt supplements. So that was cool. All right. So then I went back to the doctor after I got back in town from Canada. And he checked my glucose and a few other things. But again, my main concern was glucose. My glucose average had gone down to about 170, which is weird because testing my blood sugars throughout that time, I only had a few times that I saw it at 170. So I'm going to assume that those times it jumped up high, probably around 200, I guess, was in the middle of the night or when I was asleep, because my fasting sugars were a little high in the mornings. They ran around 160 or so. So, but all in all, my overall average blood sugar since I've been off of the fast is about 155 in the morning, okay? And at noontime, probably around 135. Just a little while ago, I checked it. It was 119. So, and it's about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I did have breakfast today. I didn't have lunch. I just ate a late breakfast, and that was fine. Just had some eggs with butter and some sausage. So, and then my PM sugars. Let's see. Last night, my PM sugar was 119. So, again, not too disappointed with the sugars now. They've started to come back down and stabilize. I'll probably check again here in about a month. I'm checking with my meter, and I'm checking in the morning around noontime and at night. So I think that's fine as far as checking it. But like I said, I was a little concerned when I saw that their numbers were a little bit high. One of the other results, and I'm sorry I don't have it in front of me. I'll post another video with that. Was the sugars have come down and everything. That's fine, but they said that my cholesterol was a little high, and quite honestly, I was like, no shit. They're going to be a little bit high, but I'm not concerned about my cholesterol being high right now. So what did they want to do? They wanted to put me on medication for my cholesterol. I'm not going to worry about my cholesterol right now because high cholesterol is not necessarily what causes heart disease. I've already got AFib, so I'm watching my blood pressure very close and my blood sugars. That's what I'm going to continue to do. I'm going to continue to eat very low carb, high fat, and see how things go. I'm in ketosis right now, so I know that I'm burning fat. And right now, what I'm doing is I'm doing intermittent fasting. So Monday through Friday, I'm eating only between 12 noon and 6 p.m. Monday through Friday. So I'm not eating breakfast. I'm only eating between 12 p.m. and 6 p.m. And then on the weekends, I'm eating 2 meals a day still, but I'm just eating a late breakfast, so 10 a.m., and then eating again at 6 p.m. or by 6 p.m. I'm eating dinner. So that's what I'm going to do for the remainder of the month of March and see how things go. I should continue to drop weight. I am getting to the gym. That feels good. Not really. It hurts. It hurts here. It hurts here, here, my back, my belly. Everything hurts from going to the gym. My legs. Another thing at the gym is kind of funny. So walking on the treadmill for 20 or 40 minutes, I get bored. So the other day, I got challenged by a friend to maybe jog for just 30 seconds. And I don't know if you've ever been so overweight when you jog, it hurts. And what I mean by when you jog and it hurts is your belly and your boobs start bouncing. And it doesn't feel real good, but you know what? That's all right. It's burning more calories, and it's making me actually feel pretty good about myself because now what I'm doing is 40 minutes on the treadmill. I'm walking at a brisk pace, and every 5 minutes, I'm trotting quickly or running for about 45 to 50 seconds. And that's cool. It feels good. So anyway, I want to end up with one more thing about Canada. My trip to Canada last week was really cool. You know, I ended up looking this up after I got back. The Canadian Meat Council is one of the highest rated standards of meat inspection and stuff. They have one of the highest rated standards of meat inspection in the world. And I didn't realize that. But what I did realize is I hadn't eaten very much meat, obviously, in the 2 weeks that I was fasting, didn't eat anything. But what I did notice is when I was in Canada, I noticed that the quality of the meat was really, really good. And it tasted really, really good. And I just wanted to make a note of that, you know, if you're ever in Canada, definitely don't be scared to eat the meat. I had chicken. I had a part of a New York strip. I had beef, smoked beef brisket. I think, oh, and I also had some ahi tuna. But man, it was incredible. You could tell the difference in the quality of the meat. So if you're ever in Canada, go ahead and don't be bashful about getting some meat. So another thing I learned in researching the meat is that I was concerned about constipation because I was constipated. I was trying to figure out why am I constipated. I feel like I'm eating right. I'm eating a lot of lettuce, but really just figured out I just got to be eating more. So when I got back into the United States, I started eating more vegetables, a whole lot of spinach, a whole lot of romaine lettuce. Everything loosened up, started to break up, and everything's good to go today, just so you know. And I'm feeling good. So there's my update. Have a fantastic weekend, and I will talk to you all soon. Thanks a lot.